Hello and welcome to Experiment Lab, sponsored by Stop Now. This is the Daily Show. I'm JK. I'm joined by none other than Amar. Welcome, Amar. How are you doing?
Hi JK, good morning. I am doing good, thank you.
Well, are we excited for today? What we are going to discuss about the topic and all the other things together?
Right.
So we can start from you if you are okay with that as a continuation of your job offer application being a logistic manager.
Yeah,
What do you
right. That we have discussed last day about the position. Let me share my screen so that I can show audience what are. Okay.
being a logistic
So,
manager?
yeah,
What do you
right. That we have discussed. I got this response from them. JK, anything wrong? Can you hear me?
Yes, there was an echo coming in on the background, so I just had to check that, like if it is in multiple device and we can mute that. So I have taken care of that. Just wondering if you are sharing something, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sharing. This email responded by the client. Yesterday we sent a message them that we are interested to this position because they sent this an offer to us for the logistic manager position. Finally, they responded with this email. So they asked me to provide my address, I mean city, state, zip code, and a phone number with PayPal account. So what you do think about this man?
Yeah, as we talked about it, right? So they just provided you the job offer and then like asking you to provide these details, right? So even this clearly shows that it is kind of a spam, and also they are trying to scam you, because without verifying like you are authorized to work and providing you what is needed. Again, somebody can say like these are like even for side gig, right? You are going to be a Lyft or Uber driver or any job, right? So they just need to verify your background because of the nature of how they are going to employ you. But here they are asking for PayPal and also your address, right? And what else, like, so they are asking you to provide a signed agreement. Yes, we can play along, right? We can reply to these things and we can proceed further and find out like what
See
exactly.
here, they also ask us to provide holding the agreement and take a selfie.
Yeah, so which means like they want to keep the agreement. So these are like just making sure that it's legitimate and they are verifying you, those kind of things, right? But it's
Right.
not, and they are giving a trial period agreement, right? This is funny, right? So you call it as an employment, and then like now you are saying like a trial period. Okay, let's discuss this about, I think someone is getting called.
Okay, you can proceed.
Probably from our team, or I don't know for whom. Okay, so let's, okay, our teammate is working on it and they are picking up the call. So we don't have to worry about that. What I wanted to share was like, even in legitimate companies, right? So for LTI, he has joined the work, and even there, after a couple of days, they are asking for work authorization, whether you are a green card or H1B or EAD, what is your status? So they are asking to email those things and provide passport details and other things, right? So this is what, again, legal procedure is. Big companies supposed to do it, and they are following the process. But still, if you are not legally authorized, then obviously you will not be able to provide these things. Then it will be trouble. So what I wanted to share in this, for us, like for our team, today we have an interview for Nate, right? In 30 minutes. After our show, we might extend the show. We can probably live stream this interview, or we can record that and play that out in the next episode, right? Tomorrow or in the coming days. So here you can see, actually, it's not a lie. They keep people in the bench, and I don't know how they are doing this, whether they are paying it or not. We just don't know that. Only when we go deeper, we will get to know that. So inside, it's kind of company intranet kind of thing, where people are asking questions and answering it. And a person is asking, I'm looking for project, and his skill set and other things he has given it. So which is kind of ironic, right? He is already employed and he is supposed to have a work. So this is what is happening, right? They might, again, big companies can provide this opportunity, but smaller companies cannot. So that's what I wanted to share on that. And also how the background verification usually happens, right? So for example, they have provided some background verification companies who are doing the investigation. They don't even leave a voicemail. You can see like the beauty, right? They just leave a blank voicemail.
Yeah.
And these are background verification company. Just to attest that, like, they are background verification company, I'm going to call them and find out what they want. Let's do that.
Press 1 if you live in California. Press 2 if you don't live in California.
I don't live in California.
Thank you for calling customer service. Please select from the following options so we can determine how to best assist you, including how to enter your phone number into our Do Not Call registry. Press 1 for more information. If you would like to be placed on our internal Do Not Call registry, press 2. Thank you. Please expect a call from one of our agents.
All right. So they will call us, and that's been confirmed. That is with the higher right. So it's a background verification company which does the background. And this, again, I am new to this.
Thank you for calling Clouseau Investigations. If you know your party's extension, you may enter it now. Otherwise, please choose one of the following options. For sales, press 1. For operations,
Record your message and press pound, or press star to contact the operator. Record your message and press pound, or press star to contact the operator.
Again. So we will wait for these calls. Let me give an update, right? So we have another interview scheduled as well for Manikandan, Shiva's profile. It's with American Heart Association. My heart goes with it. And they have given all the details of the interviewer. They are very professional, giving their LinkedIn details to go over and look up them. and also given some interview tips and how to ask thoughtful questions at the end of it to the interviewer, and video tips, find a quiet place to sit, no distraction, and all those things, blah, 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 right? So good luck. I don't know who is going to give the interview for this. And this is through a vendor. So these are the updates we have so far for today. So are we ready for this?
So one question, Jackie, I have for background verification. So for background verification, they always use third-party company, right?
Yes, that's right.
So how they do the verification? It's an online process or offline process they do?
It is online process, right? I just mentioned that to you. So just now I showed you the background. If you want, I can reshare it again. So this is basically what happens, right? So background verification company HireRight, it's a popular one, and they do the background check. Any companies, right, can ask for checking the background of any person they want to hire. So that is where like we cannot provide the personal details. If you provide that, unless you are smart enough to know that with notification that somebody is pulling up your record and checking your background, you will not get to know that. Anyone can, with your personal information you have provided, they can do a background check and verify on your criminal, uh, even traffic violations, whether you have. It's more of trying to secure, right? Uh, that if they do it like even before offering you an employment, that is kind of illegal, and also it's discriminatory. So that is why like we object the practices of these recruiters sending us email and asking all the details and share your photo ID and employment authorization documents as well, all those things, right? So that should be restricted. So this is what they all do it, right? They do these screening services. They do the employment verification, criminal background checks, ID checks, and drug screening, and also just like how I showed, like E-Verify, I-9, and all those additional services they provide. And we can even try, right? We can try to provide some fake details with the profiles that we have said, and try to see like whether they are able to verify the background of that person, right? For example, for you, if we are doing the background check and we just pay them and ask them like how they do it, they will provide us with details of how they do it. The other call that was with Cluso, they are expert licensed investigator, conduct background checks. So what background checks do they do? See, this is how like you do it, right? You create a new account and they have an expedited account setup, and they will provide that. I don't know how they do that, but let's see, right? Already we have background verification being done. So we'll come to know at the end of it, right? So similarly, we did that like for even Nate, if you remember, right? So though we did it like offline, we are not doing it online at the time. The show was not there, but now we can even try to put that as a online one. And one interesting email just arrived, just to show that like they clearly mentioned that it's no H1B, and I don't know why they are against, but still they just mentioned that like no H1B. Up on top of everything, like they just mentioned that H1B candidate, do not apply for this. So what do you have to say to that?
I think they are thinking that most of H1B candidate they are not genuine. They have lots of problem for also verification process and different issue they have. That's why they are doing this no S1 this. Sometimes they write that only for US citizen. This position is only for US citizen. Right.
Yeah. So that is also there, right? So again, it is their employer's choice and preference. But if they are big businesses, big companies, they have to follow certain guidelines and standards. They cannot have this kind of discrimination policies, and also the various compliance issues are there, right? So that's where like big companies are not taking that risk. They are outsourcing it, and they don't want like to get involved in this and have this legal battle, right? So it's that simple for them. And again, where do we draw the line? That is the problem, right? Who monitors these people? There are millions of companies, right? And also so many fake companies, shell companies. To investigate those things, we need that much of manpower, right? Resources on the investigation side of it, like for whether it's an FBI agent or even police doesn't involve in these kind of white collar crimes. That's why like they categorize these things as a soft crimes, right? It's not killing somebody else, right? It's not physical violence, but it's more on the job side of it, right? The prospects of destroying the economy, and also various things are attributed to this. These are also serious crimes, right? But they just don't care about that. As long as somebody is not violently attacked or kidnapped, so they just tend to ignore this and overlook this and say like, okay, fine, so what's the big deal, right? Unless again, they will, right, if they are doing bad, they will get caught and they will be punished, blah blah. But we know that that's not happening, right? They are not going to do that. So let's see, right? Let's talk to one of these recruiters, and I will reply to them right away on this, and see like if they call us, we'll ask them, right, why they are against H1B and what is the reason they are giving. We'll try to see that. Maybe probably
Yeah.
do it for your Amar as well, and then we'll.
Yeah. Maybe they have their phone number in their in job description. You can take the phone number and phone them.
Yeah, instead of us calling, right? If they call us, we can scrutinize and ask them. So that way, like again, let's see, right? We have few more minutes, right? 10 more minutes, and if we get the call, probably we will talk to them. If not, we will call them from our side. We can do that, like maybe if we are not lucky in getting calls during our show. We anyway, like we are going to do this every day, so we'll wait
Yeah.
for
Right.
them. Wait for them to
Okay.
call us. And meanwhile, like I'm trying to make sure our team is ready with the interview. Meanwhile, I will play out the interview that we did for the job offer that we are getting on boarded. Hi, good morning. Hi, Sujit.
Hey, hi, Mani. Okay, Michael is here.
All right, I can see that.
Hello, Sujit. Melanie, nice to meet you. Yeah.
Hi, Mike. Nice to meet you.
Mani is here. So, Mani, Michael is go ahead and will take over to do all project related to office spaces department. That's why we spoke about that.
Sure. See Megan as well.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Megan.
My name is Jake. Hi. Hello. Thank you so much for making the time today. We'll jump right in because we typically go in these every minute that we can, right, Mike?
Yes, yes.
Want to introduce you, Manny, to Mike Guido. Mike is a very trusted advisor worldwide and is working on site, if you will, remotely for the bank within the PMO organization that will spend a lot of being able to set the landscape today, right, for what it's like working at B of A in this current day and age, and a little bit about the good, bad, and indifferent. And we're going to talk specifically about the O365 role today. The F5 project need has been put off until next year as of this morning. So we're going to focus on the O365 group, which Michael will give you some insights to the landscape, but maybe not necessarily the nitty-gritty further on the process, the project, et cetera. That'll be the hiring manager. So Mike, I'll kick it off to you if you'd like to do an introduction, and then Manny will throw it over to you for a quick introduction, and we'll dive right in.
Great, thank you, Megan. So Manny, I'm a WWC contractor working with Bank of America on a large infrastructure transformation project called Capacity 2.0, and it's basically to take the bank's external facing network to the internet and probably quadruple the physical size of that network today. Whether it's the circuits that come into the bank, today are 10 gigabytes, we're bringing in 100 gigabytes. The reason being is the bank is being flooded with digital information. We're in a digital world right now. If I could get my daughter off the telephone, that would be nice. And we're getting a lot of information that's coming in that we don't necessarily want to come in. And if that starts trying to come in, it could flood the network and provide for a bad user experience. So it's not just one project, it's 9 projects coming together to transform, to upgrade the network. Office 365 is a similar type of thing within the bank. The bank has a very large footprint and they're looking to continue to implement Office 365 across that footprint. So that's where we're at today. And why don't you introduce yourself? Then we'll go through a couple of questions. We have 30 minutes here. So let's be brief and let's also give you some time at the end to answer any questions. So why don't you introduce yourself?
Sure, Mike. Yeah, thank you. And appreciate nice to meet you as well. So as you see, like again, we are kind of getting ready for the next few minutes for the NATE interview. Again, our teammate is here and he's also getting prepared. So this is something like I just wanted like to record it as well. So we will try to wrap up our show in the next 5 minutes, and we'll continue to record this interview and find out like how it goes. Are you excited and ready to do the interview?
Yeah.
Awesome. So just to give a brief for people who are not aware of this is for the client TCS, for their clients, AAP. It's a Scrum Master role, and all these people are going to interview Nate. Probably if you have any questions, anything at all in terms of getting ready, we are here to help you out.
No, I'm good.
All right, then. So we will continue with this experiment, and we have been talking a lot the last 30 minutes and how different kind of approaches can be applied to this, and what are the profiles that we are currently having it. And we would like anyone who's interested to take part in it, join our team. You are welcome to do that. Reach out through email or through the phone number, like we always display those things on the screen. You can call us and you can communicate through any channel and get to know more about us so that we can help each other and do this wonderful experiment together. Amar, do you have anything else to add, or we can wrap up for today's session?
I think it's okay for today. We can wrap up this session. Tomorrow we can discuss more.
Perfect. All right, then signing off. Bye for now.
Bye.